from 6 feet away. Hi, welcome. Let me share a couple simple thoughts with you here. Something that Debbie and I enjoy, and Sweetie, I mention you because I know you would really like to be on camera here with me. We enjoy seeing things in Scripture that we've never seen before, or seeing things in Scripture in a way that we've never seen them before. I know that we both enjoy it because often when we see something, we share it with each other. Recently, I saw something very simple that I have never seen before. Shared it with Debbie. I didn't see it myself exactly. The writer of a devotional book pointed it out, and that's how I came to see it. You may know the story of Abraham, and just a little background real quickly. You know, Abraham was called by God when he was already older than me to become the father of a great nation. His wife Sarah was also elderly, certainly past that stage which we call life change. They're not going to have a baby, but God says, you're going to become the parents of a great nation. Well, how's this going to happen? Well, you may recall the incident where God tells Abraham to look at the sky, and he says, try to count the stars, and that's how many your descendants will be. Well, what I discovered about that, thanks to the help of that devotional writer, if you keep reading this story there where God tells Abraham to look at the sky and try to count the stars, several verses later, it says that, and then the sun went down. Huh? Then the sun went down. I always thought that, I always pictured Abraham's looking at the night sky and he's seeing all these stars. But it's only several verses later it says, and then the sun went down. That means when God said to Abraham, look at the sky and try to count the stars, it was daylight. How often do you see stars? Once in a while you can see a little star here or there during the day, but you don't see many. But if you look at the sky during the daytime, you don't see the stars, but you know they're there. You know they're there. See, that's faith. Faith is looking at something that we can't see, but knowing it's there. So God told Abram to look at the sky and see the stars. Abram could not see the stars at that point because God was asking Abram to put his faith in his promise that he would become the father of a great nation, something he could not yet see. Isn't that what God does with us? He asks us to put our faith into that which we cannot see. That's what the Scriptures talk about. We're trusting in a God that we cannot see. Perhaps now, we're trusting in a God that we cannot see to get us through this pandemic. Perhaps we're trusting in a God that we cannot see to get us through a life that often has pain and hardship and great sorrow, even tragedy. But there's even more than that. God is asking us to believe in a God that we cannot see, who is seated on the throne and who one day will appear. And when he appears, everything will be brand new. Now, here's here's kind of my take on that, the way it is for many of us, and I don't know if it's going to be like that for some of us or all of us or maybe for none of us, but before he appears, some of us may fall asleep in death. And then what happens? What happened last night? You fell asleep. And what happened this morning? You woke up. When we fall asleep in death, something's going to happen. We're going to wake up. And when we wake up, what will we see? New heavens and a new earth. He will wipe away all tears. There will be no more death, no more mourning or crying or pain, because God is making all things new. That's what God's asking us to believe. Not just in a God who will see us through this pandemic, not just in a God who will see us through all the hard things of life, but a God who is making all things new. And when we wake up, when he appears, there will be a new heaven and a new earth. Everything will be brand new. Will you believe in this God that we cannot see? Will you believe in this God with me? Let's look at the skies and believe in what we cannot see. May God bless you from 6 feet away.